contract. What he means, we're going to sign the contract. I'm going to let you wrestle those guys. And out of that came, we grabbed the belts and it just did it on a whim and smashed the belts across the Steiner's head and went in a wild melee. And the end of that was one of our greatest matches ever, and it was Halloween Havoc. But there wasn't any belts at stake. It was just the pay-per-view. Was the belts there? The Steiners had them. Oh, they had the United States time. But that match is probably one of the greatest matches we had in our lives. And to have a pay-per-view match like that against a great team like the Steiner brothers, and it shot us and grabbed the attention of the WWE and Vince McMahon, which enabled us to propel to the next level. You know what I mean? And we didn't top those type of matches until after we left the WWE and came back to WCW, where we did the street fights with Cactus Jack and them guys, you know. But definitely one of the greatest matches ever in our career is that Halloween Havoc match.
Well, you know, first of all, one of the reasons they threw me and Sag in there, because we came in pretty crazy. We started in '86, but nobody wanted to wrestle the Steiners. They were hurting a lot of people, so they said, and a lot of tag teams that were there at the time in WCW didn't want to wrestle them. So they put us in there and said, you want to wrestle the Steiners? We said, sure. And yes, they flipped us every which way but loose. They were real collegiate wrestlers that they knew what the hell they were doing. But you know what? We never got hurt by either Scotty or Ricky, and we had brutal, great matches. They're great friends of ours, but it was just a match made in heaven. But at the time, nobody wanted to wrestle the Steiners because they were so brutal. And they said, how about you guys? You want to wrestle the Steiners? We went, hell yeah, put us in there. And you know, that's how it goes. And it all started from there. And what Sag said, going back, we had a lot of great matches in the WWF. One was against the Great Hart Foundation. But we had the Rockers at Royal Albert Hall in England was unbelievable. Even the Bushwhackers getting their butts bit every night by Butch and Luke. That even felt good. But thank you for the question, brother.
You know what's so cool too, before we bring somebody else up, you were talking about the managers. I was so blessed to be part of a group like Bobby the Brain Heenan, who is still the greatest of all time. Mr. Fuji, Fred Blassie, Lou Albano, Slickster, just to mention a few, because all these guys were so cool.
Well, he just mentioned Bobby the Brain, and I don't know if you guys know, Bobby had some dope, and he still has a sense of humor. When you talk to him today, he's still cracking joke after joke after joke. And I was just with him down in Florida not too long ago, and he had me in stitches laughing. He was telling me so many jokes, and he hasn't changed. And that's one good thing. He may, his throat and that, with the problems he went through, but he still got his heart and he still got his humor.
All right, there you go. And you know what, too, talking about, it's great to see Ric Flair back with the WWE right now, too. Because I've always said it's not about the age, it's about the mileage. Just always remember that. All right, who's next? Come on up. All right, the Randy Savage shirt. Come on up, buddy. Oh, move you up here so the speakers won't feedback. Come on up here. All right, what's your name?
I was wondering for all three of you, actually. You all have pretty big careers that you made, big names for yourself, but what was the moment you knew that you arrived as major players in the professional wrestling industry?
Good question.
Well, that goes back to the question before, and the pinnacle, we're a tag team, so the pinnacle of that is the greatest company. The WWE, of course, was to win the WWE titles at the greatest wrestling event there is ever and still is WrestleMania. I still don't know how we could ever top that.